Happening, MMH family. We are, what are we, Saturday? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I am 3 days away from this lip battle from all the same people most of the same people that are going to be at the Big Brother premiere party. Not all. I saw some that aren't going to make it for both. But we are 4 days away from the Big Brother premiere party, 3 days away from the lip sync battle. We got other things going on. We got other things still to drop. I still got my interview with Sam to drop. I know I keep talking about it a lot, but it's not dependent on me, unfortunately. That's the one thing about when I don't do my own footage. When I have my own footage, I can give you guys a guarantee on when things are going to release. And when I don't do my own footage, it can be a waiting game. It's not the first time it's happened. But I'll tell you the reason why I had somebody else do that particular job. It was special to me. It was special to me because of like how much I rock with Sam, and also it was special to me because it was my first in-person interview. So I wanted to make sure that everything looked straight for that. But anyways, that's not even what I'm here to talk about. Oh, by the way, follow my page, Mindful Reality. YouTube page, at Mindful Reality. Follow my Instagram page by the same name. I have a Reddit called Mindful Reality. And I'm not sure if my Discord is called the same thing, but I know those three things are all called Mindful Reality, okay? Shameless plugs. I am a city challenge obstacle race 4-time finisher. I think. Like I said, I don't remember if it's my third or my fourth time. I'm trying to count. I'm pretty sure it's my fourth. I did two in 1 year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this is actually my fifth. I think this is actually my fifth time completing this race. Now, in terms of the difficulty of the race, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I do a lot of races, so I'm not going to rank it. I'm going to rank it as possibly the easiest of race lists, you know, between Spartan races and Rugged Maniacs and Tough Mudders and all of that. It's definitely the easiest out of those. You know, it's kind of lighter. It's much lighter. It's 5K like those, but the obstacles themselves are quite a bit lighter for me. But it's the first obstacle course race, as far as I can remember, that I ever completed. First or second. It couldn't be more than the second. But the reason it was good for me right now is because I'm not in the type of shape that I would need to be in to complete a Spartan race. A Spartan race is a lot more demanding, especially on my cardio. So if I had to step into one today, I would struggle. So this is just the type of race that I need to like warm myself back up and get myself back into a mode, because I've been in a depression. Maybe I haven't said that, you know, on my page so much, but I have said to my people for sure that I've been in a depression for the last month. Sorry about that, y'all. I have another phone that I'm using for navigation, and it fell. I am attempting to secure it from under the seat, but this is a tough ask. I'm going to keep talking though. I'm going to keep talking while I try to recover this other phone. But yeah, so I've been going through a depression. So the thing with me when I have depression is that I have been somebody who in the past has tried to wait out the depression. And what I mean by that is I try to be like, all right, I have a depression right now, and it's just like a wave that's gonna pass through and pass by. Yo, I got it. That's amazing, man. That's amazing, man.
At the light, turn right onto 7th Avenue.
My apologies. My apologies. My apologies. My apologies. Yeah, so I've been going through a depression, and I'm sorry for this pause. I'm just, navigating through the city, which is no easy task. But yeah. Basically, something that helps me through depression is actually, when I don't feel like doing things, doing them anyways. Because I learned that there's no such thing as waiting out a depression. Like, I've never waited out a depression and then I'm like, oh, it's lifted. What I have actually realized is it's more like I continue to run through the mud, figuratively. Run through the mud, and the mud feels like a little bit lighter and a little bit lighter until one day it does not feel like I'm running through the mud anymore, and I'm just running on the concrete or the grass, and I'm like, wait, when did this happen? It happened each time that I pushed through when I didn't want to. I've talked about this one before, the comfort zone. Everybody feels like the comfort zone is for you to be coddled. When you're going through something and somebody tells you, it's okay for you to feel like this. You can just kind of stay by yourself and lay in bed and don't worry about the rest of the world. Like, it's going to be there for you. Just rest it out and rest it out until you feel better. Now, I'm not saying that there's no place for the resting it out, okay? Because when my dad first passed away, it would not really have been beneficial for me to be out and about and amongst the people and doing this and that, like, I just would not be able to do that. I didn't have the bandwidth. I'm laughing because y'all don't know, but that's one of the biggest inside jokes. I'll tell you why it's an inside joke too, because I'm kind of petty. I was doing this job that had a certain requirement to build up a certain caseload in a ridiculous amount of time based on basically just telemarketing, which is not my thing. So I was like telling my boss, like, this is not realistic.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto West 36th Street.
Excuse me, don't be interrupting me. So I was telling my boss, this is not realistic. And my boss is telling me, well, you have the bandwidth to call, like, basically some crazy number, like 10 times more people than what you need. But when you called each person, you had to make note of the call, and you had to make note of the call attempt and all that stuff. So it wasn't just like you're calling and moving on to the next person. It was tedious. So if you had like 200 calls to make, let's say, and 2 people picked up, it's not like, oh, on to the next. That means that you have 200 notes to write. So it wasn't as simple as you have the bandwidth, okay? I'm making that into a shirt eventually, by the way, y'all. I'm definitely going to make a shirt that says I don't have the bandwidth. Another shirt that I'm going to make is from that same person who I worked with for more than a year, and one time I got so fed up and I'm like,
in a quarter mile, turn right onto
I was
Fifth
like, do you
Avenue.
think that I do anything right? And they were like, oh, of course. And I'm like, well, what is that? What do I do right? What do I do well? And they were like, well, you've been doing a little bit better with this. So you're trending in the right direction. And I'm like, well, wow, that's the closest thing you can come to a compliment. You are, I'm not even going to say. You're not my favorite person. People who know what I'm talking about know exactly what I'm talking about. But I still have a healthy view of the internet and the fact that anyone can look anything up. So even if they see it, this is too generic. They would know exactly that it's about them, but it's too generic for them to actually say this is something that's about them specifically. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave this alone for now. I just wanted to update you guys. I finished the race. I'm gonna have a little bit of footage. I didn't take my GoPro with me today. Didn't feel like it. But I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.